So about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, people started saying that online fitness coaching is the best possible way to make money online. And in my opinion, I probably couldn't disagree more. And that's coming from somebody who personally works with fitness coaches, used to be a fitness coach myself, made a lot of money with fitness coaching, online coaching, all of that sort of stuff. And I'll be the first person to tell you that it's probably not the best business model. And in today's video, what I'm going to kind of share with you guys is why online fitness coaching compared to in-person coaching, compared to just a lot. I'm going to talk about the online kind of fitness coaching space in general and what you should do depending on kind of what stage you're at in your business. If you're already, let's say you're making 10, 20K a month as an online coach, where should you go from there? If you're starting from scratch, you want to start online coaching, where should you kind of go from there? We're going to talk about all of that right now. Okay. So pretty much just purely looking into online fitness coaching, what you have to realize about this space is that basically anybody can start an online fitness coaching company. Let's say, for example, you wanted to start a construction company, or let's say let's say a large construction, or let's say an asphalt paving company in whatever city you're in. You're going to need permits. You're going to need to hire people to help you with that. You're going to have to get capital to get trucks. You're going to have to register, some sort of codes within the municipal jurisdiction. It's a high barrier of entry, for example. Compared to online fitness coaching, anybody can start this with a Wi-Fi connection, with an Instagram page, and just start posting content, or just start spending $2 a day on ads, which is the lowest amount of money you can spend on ads right now. And then technically now they're your competition, and technically they're in business. Okay. So the thing about online fitness coaching is that it's a very low barrier of entry business model to get into. And there is this quote in the Bible that says, the mass enter the broad gate, in a sense. The broad gate is for the masses, the narrow is for the wise. And when everybody is going into something that is very low barrier of entry, you have to ask yourself, cause and effect, Newton's second law of physics, okay? Where it kind of becomes, okay, if it's so easy to start, where's the downside? Okay. And I truly think that over time, the more you run an online coaching business, the more pain you're going to occur. And you're going to incur a lot of pain in the beginning, right? Competing, etc. But over time, it is a little bit difficult to continually get from 50 to 100 to 200 to 300. If you want to get to, let's say, 20 or 30 or 50 and stay there 100%, it's a great model to do it. You have flexibility, you can travel. But in order to get to 100, 200, 300, it's a lot of pain, okay? And this is coming from somebody who has multiple clients who are doing way past those numbers, okay? So you're pretty much keeping up with the trends. You're always trying to differentiate yourself from the millions of other clones offering the same thing. Difficult marketing and sales process. Just from a marketing perspective, online coaching is pretty much something where you constantly have to be doing something different or new, or have some sort of brilliant, unique insight, or have some AI, whatever BS in order to get ahead. And this is the thing that if you look at, for example, a construction company, their marketing material probably hasn't changed for the past 20 years, yet they're probably making a lot more than a lot of these online coaching companies, right? So it's very difficult to get marketing. Looking at sales, most of the sales that are done in online coaching are done with hard closing, which is totally fine, right? You have to understand sales tactics, but a lot of hard closing, a lot of understanding sales to a very high extent, which then ask yourself a question, okay, why do I have to be so good at sales? Why isn't there a demand for a person to pay this amount of money with online coaching? Okay, so that's kind of a broad analysis. But looking at kind of a very similar vertical within coaching is just in-person coaching. And a lot of people who come to me who are like, I want to start online coaching, and let's say they're doing in-person coaching, a lot of the times we'll just simply turn them away and say, you should stay in person. Okay. You should continually keep doubling down on what you're doing in person, because with in person, it's pretty much kind of the opposite of online. And I'm going to kind of walk you through it right here. So when you're in person, it's harder to enter and it's easier to run. What I mean by this is, for example, let's say you're a personal trainer or a solo personal trainer and you're starting a personal training business. Okay. You got to acquire a location. Let's say you're doing this on like a team level. Let's say you got to hire a team. You got to map it out. You got to get equipment. If you're building your own place, it's one thing. If you're building your own or renting a space, all that sort of stuff, it's harder to enter. You can't just make an Instagram page. You got to get all the licensing, whatever, and then you can go and start. But then running in person is a little bit different, okay? Your competition is limited to the amount of people in your vicinity, in your area. If you're in New York City and you're a personal trainer, your competition is not going to be some kid in India in his basement sending cold DMs. It's not going to be like that. Your competition is now going to be people within the New York area, okay? So now you have lower competition off the jump, okay? Now in order to compete and be better than other people, you only have to be better than the people within your area, which now makes it a lot easier to put food on your table marketing-wise, okay? And then just looking at marketing, marketing is a lot easier. I have clients both in person and online. Online, we do have to add a lot of complexity to funnels in order to get success. We can get a lot of success online 100%, but it's just easier online. You put up a simple message, say, hey, I'm doing X thing for Y sort of people, and people click on the ad, you call them, they show up, and they buy. It's very simple. And even the sales process, it's a lot easier to sell in person than it is to sell online, okay? It's a lot easier. If you've sold in person online, it's a lot easier. They have the status of seeing you in person. They see your gym. There's a lot of factors that go into why sales is easier in person, okay? So all in all, what I'm trying to show you with this is a lot of people think that online fitness coaching is the method, it's the wave, it's the best thing on planet Earth, it's going to save their life. It's what me personally got me from making zero money to making enough money where I can sustain myself and others and etc. But with in-person coaching, if you're already in person and you're already making money, you should double down on what you're doing. You should double down on your efforts. And most likely, let's say $10,000 a month in person, the odds of you going online and now thinking that, oh, online is the best way to make money, therefore I'm going to I'm going to 50-50 what I'm doing and put my eggs into the online basket, and then suddenly online is going to blow up. I see this happen so many times. Like so many people in person think that they're going to do this, and it just doesn't work out. What happens most of the time is they put less attention in person, their in-person revenue drops, they do online for a bit, they take some scammy course, and then they make no money online for like a long time because it takes a long time to make money online. And then they go back and shift back to the point where they're making less money in person. All while, if they just had better marketing for in person, just understood ads better in person, understood sales to a smaller degree, just got more eyeballs on their offer for in person, they would crush. Okay, you would go from 10K to 30, 40, 50K a month in person very quickly if you just knew some very basic tenets to beat the low amount of competition that you have. Okay, so if you're in person right now, or even if you're online right now, or if you're, let's say, completely starting out right now, should you go online? 100% yes. If you're starting from completely zero capital and you're like, okay, I don't have much capital. I want to make a little bit of money. I don't really have a lot of resources to throw around. Great. It's probably one of the easiest business models to start. Very simple. Go make posts. I have a ton of videos on what you should be doing. Go follow those steps. Go make a little bit of money. Go scale your business to 10, 20, 30, 40K a month. You can 100% do that. But if you're in person, you have access to capital, you're already making some money, going online is the stupidest shift that you could possibly make. You're just going to be sacrificing in-person revenue, and the amount of money you can make from in-person is a lot higher, even though it seems differently. Just to give you the math here, when people say, oh, online is better because with in-person, you're trading money for time. This is what you see a lot of gurus say. Oh, you're trading money for time in person. Oh, you're trading your hourly, your $50 an hour for, your session. Okay. Is that an in-person problem or is that an offer problem? Okay. Ask yourself that question. Okay. The clients that I do work with that are in person, we're charging $5,000 up front. Okay. For like 3 to 4 months, roughly. Some are even charging $7,000 up front. Okay. And then you compare the average online coaching offer, they're charging probably around the same. What's easier to sell? Okay. So when you're trading time for money and you're charging $50 an hour in person, total waste of time. Don't do that. But it comes down to in person is a lot easier to scale if you are still doing the right things. Okay. Online is easy to scale if you're doing the right things. Okay. But if you're already making money, then you just have to probably make some very simple shifts to your offer, to your pricing, to your marketing to just do better in person. It's very simple. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're somebody who's online and are looking at potentially wanting to go in person, or the contrary, if you're in person, you want to go online, you can book a call with me. I'll probably drop a hard red pill on your face. But I hope this was able to give you a little bit of insight into this online coaching world and how it's the best model ever and why you should start it right now because it's the best thing since sliced bread, which it's obviously not. Okay. It's a great way to make some money, but you're not going to build an empire as an online fitness coach, in my opinion. So, thanks for watching. I hope this message was clear. I'm not trying to shit on this niche at all. I am somebody who works within this niche full time. But there are alternatives within in-person and online that you should definitely entertain. And this vertical is still bigger than online fitness coaching. Okay. There are more people. The market cap is larger for in-person coaching, gyms, health and fitness studios than it is for online fitness coaches. So just keep that in the back of your mind when you hear people say that online fitness coaching is the best method ever. Thanks for watching.